All right. So, what I've done is to create some examples, and what we would do, just like last week, is to look at these scenarios one after the other and then fill in the gap. What this does is to help us understand, help us find out if we actually understand these regulations that govern log collection. And please, you can unmute, everyone can unmute, so we can have a discussion around this. I hope if you have any questions around it, please let's engage. It's important that we engage, because I know I've seen and realized a lot of times when there's some sort of engagement and contributions, it reveals understanding, and there's no way you will forget if you happen to find yourself in such situation to answer some interview questions, and you can as well put the answer in the chat if you're unable to speak wherever you are. So let's look at the scenario. So an European online retail company collects customer data during transactions, including names, addresses, payment information, and browsing behaviors through cookies. So I think I'm getting some hints there. A breach occurs when an unauthorized party exploits a vulnerability in the company's websites, accessing a database containing this personal data. So the incident exposes the company to significant fines so this is where we indicate. All right, because people have started putting answers. Oh, great. Thank you, Moses. Thank
Data
you.
protection regulation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
it.
very much. Yeah, I can see everyone is following. Thank you so much. Let me. All right. Great. Thank you for that. We are right. And I think for the second one too, we have answers in there. Okay, first one, GDPR. Thank you. Thank you, Tosi. Thank you, Rita. Scenario 2, PCI DSS. We are very brilliant in this classroom. Well done. So I don't even need to read. Is everybody okay? So we are going to finish this quickly. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the second one. I think we are going to cover. Now, let's look at this scenario 3. A UK-based investment firm collects detailed financial information from its client, including transaction histories, account numbers, and investment preferences, to provide personalized investment advice. And employees' compromised credentials lead to unauthorized access to this financial information. So,
FCA. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. You're right. Thank you. Thank you, Tosin. Yeah, it's FCA. Okay, somebody say. Okay, Babajide, yeah, I'll come back to you. Thank you. All right. Then we have the private healthcare clinic in the UK. Uses an electronic health record system to store patient health information. So this is UK, including treatment histories, diagnosis, and biometric data. A ransomware attack encrypts the clinic's data, making it inaccessible and potentially exposed if a ransom is not paid. So this incident highlights a failure to protect patient information, violating what
Cyber essential
standard?
scheme.
What did you say? Hmm, I think GDPR. Okay. Do you know we have an health care um regulation quality commission in the UK? So if we're
CQC.
looking, yeah, CQC, yeah. I'll because I'm just looking at it because it's related to an health a an electronic health record. And then I think the Health and Social Care Act, but we are looking at this. Yeah, yeah, I kind of agree with the GDPR side of things as well. And but because it's saying is going straight to that industry, healthcare. So I would tend more to the Health and Social Care Act in the UK. So I don't know if anyone has any other. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Thank you. All right. Tosi, I see that Sandy. Thank you. All right. I think we're almost done. Now we have, yes. I think this one is pretty straightforward. Scenario 5. A technology startup aiming to secure a
Cyber
government
essential.
contract. Yes. Yes. And I think, yeah, because a lot of job adverts as well, you see the right cyber essentials. So cyber is it's not like I think at some point people thought it was just you just need to go and write a certification exam. No, no, no. It's the organization that needs to ensure that uh, they uh, they uh, they can demonstrate adherence to uh, basic cyber security measures. It looks good on the organization. So, and I think it's one of those. The cost implication is not as high as others to implement. So, um, yeah. So let's look at this one. A U.S. healthcare provider electronically stores protected um, health information, including medical records and payment history. I'm sure we are trying to recall what we've done earlier. So an unauthorized employee accesses and leaks sensitive patient information online. So this breach not only compromises a patient's privacy, but also represent a clear violation of what regulation? HIPAA,
Hyper.
HIPAA, HIPAA, hyper, whatever the Americans call. Oh, please, is James Olariwaju here? Please help us. Is it HIPAA or hyper, whatever you guys call it there? We understand what it is. So thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, we are doing great. We are doing great. I think we are. Then scenario 7, a publicly traded. This one just gave it away, so we don't even need to read this one. Under SOX jurisdiction fails to implement adequate controls over its financial reporting process. An internal audit reveals that financial records have been manipulated to present a more favorable financial position. Yes, all these financial services manipulation uncovered during an external audit leads to, yeah, if you've worked in a financial service, oh my goodness, it can be really, really hectic, like everything, especially when it comes to compliance. Sometimes you just wonder why you're doing what you're doing. Well, later you know why. Yeah, thank you
This
for
one
that.
is correct already. Nasaban is Huxley's Acts.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes, so we have the final one. The federal agency managing sensitive government data falls victim to a sophisticated cyber espionage campaign. So attackers exploit weak encryption standards, gaining access to classified information. They just want information at all costs. Really? Information critical to national security. So this breach
Facebook.
is, yes, FISMA.
Mm.
FISMA. Wow, thank you very much, everyone. And I think I've got one last one here, but I don't think we're going to do this one. I'll copy and paste this one in our group. So so if for those people who are not here as well, they're going to be they will be very motivated to come back and watch the video and see what we've done. And also they can attempt this as well. But please, in the reports that you're going to be doing, all of this, they are part of what you have done. Okay? Please don't fail to include it. And I'm just going to say this. Make sure, please, that you are creating your own we are creating your own database of knowledge. That is what these reports will help you do, so that you can visit it anytime, because it is what you have done. You would remember. Please don't just do it like make sure it's organized, like it's your own Bible. It's your own Bible that you can always refer to it. Keep it safe. Put everything at the end of the training, you can put all your task, everything together in a place where you can visit, and you can regurgitate on it over and over, and it's going to stay with you. So, and that is me for tonight. I think I really did well tonight. I listened to the feedback. Was it Ebele that gave the feedback last week? Yeah, we run really late into the night. So right on time is 2 minutes to 10, and that is me for the night.
Thank
Everyone,
you.
any
Thank you.
question?
I'm not
So
going to be sleeping on the call.
yeah, thanks. I think it's James here. Yeah, it's James here. James here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
here.
yes, please. All right, everyone, direct all your questions to James. I need to take a glass of water. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm here. If anyone has any questions, I'm here.
Yeah, I do have some questions.
Yes, please go ahead, please.
Yeah, so my questions is that we've really learned a lot about these bodies are standard organizations, right? That's what they're called, is it?
Correct. Yeah, ISO.
ISOs.
So yeah, they can be called ISO, but they are also general regulation. One thing about security is that there's compliance, there's governance, there's risk. So they can be called compliance or regulatory body. So
Okay.
so I'm trying not to call ISO because there is another framework that is called ISO 27001. So you
Okay.
can just call them generally frameworks. I think it's better to just call them frameworks. So there's PCI DSS, there is IPA, there is NIS, they are just MITRE, there are so many. There's so many really. Well, so it's easier to call them frameworks. So that kind of summarizes everything on that. So frameworks is like the big name for all of them. So when you say frameworks, cyber frameworks, then people understand what you're saying. Then if they want to go granular, they can then ask that which particular one are you talking about? Then you can then say, okay, I'm talking about NIST, I'm talking about ISO, I'm talking about MITRE, I'm talking about PCI, DSS, or whatever you are talking about, then you can then go granular. But overall, they are called frameworks.
Okay. And they all have their areas of jurisdiction. Let's say like for HIPAA is basically
America is for
um
healthcare, but it's America. Well, to be fair, let me be sincere. UK does not have any framework. Everything comes from America, basically. So apart
um,
from FCA, and FCA is not a framework. It's just a regulatory stuff
body.
for the financial organization. But most of the standard cyber frameworks, they are from the US. UK is just a follow. They just follow the US, basically. Whatever the
Okay.
US does is what the UK will follow.
Okay. So do they apply to companies in the in the UK here? Did they adopt the US frameworks?
Yeah, they don't have any choice. US is the daddy. So
Okay.
UK is like the son. So whatever the daddy do, the son follows. Simple.
Oh,
No
okay.
question
So and they
asked.
could prosecute people based on if they fault the US frameworks.
They can't prosecute you for framework. Frameworks are just guidelines,
Oh,
right?
okay.
That you can adopt and use within your organization. Nobody's going to prosecute you for that.
No, they
It
can't.
just it
Yeah,
just
if
helps.
it's
They can't.
regulatory,
Yes, they
you
can't.
can get fined.
So if it is regulatory, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm trying to use the right terminology. So
Yeah.
frameworks are not. So there's frameworks. There's regulatory, uh, like
Yes.
GDPR. Those are cyber essential. So those are even cyber essential. No one is going to prosecute you for
No, no,
that.
no, no, nobody
GDPR,
prosecute. Yeah.
GDPR, if you breach it, yes. But for PCI, ISO, IPA, you can be. I don't want to use the word persecution because it's not like no one is you're not Jesus Christ, right? So for IPA,
Yeah.
yes, if you're into healthcare and whatnot
Yeah.
and then follow that frameworks and there's a breach, obviously they will investigate
Yeah.
and if
Fine.
then they can find. So they're not persecuting anybody.
Legal action
Yeah, so
yeah.
I mean on the organization, not on the
On the
individual.
organization. Yeah, on the organization.
So yeah, so that's how it works. Well, so it's frameworks, it's better. So then there are regulatory frameworks as well, like GDPR, Cyber Essential, and FC and whatnot. But the standard frameworks, they are where organization can just adopt and just try
Mm-hmm.
to fit into their own organization, like ISO, for example.
Yeah.
2701, there is 2702, there is NIST
NIST. Yeah.
for incident response, there is MITRE framework, that's for MITRE is very new, it's about 4 years old, but a lot of organizations are sort of adopting MITRE as well now. So it's very now popular. We are still going to talk about MITRE as well. So because when we get to incident response and SIM and whatnot, you would understand what MITRE means. So it's a very good framework, but it's about 4 years old, whereas NIST and ISO, they are very old. Those two are veterans.
Okay, then in terms of certification, I saw that Pat has got an ISO 27001.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd wanted to ask her getting certification on that, how is it? Is it kind of like tedious or the process, or is it advisable, or one should just concentrate on CompTIA Security
Mm.
Plus, or what edge does it
I'll
give
I'll
one?
let Pat, but then I'll come back later. So
All right. So this is a personal thing. Okay. So for me, I think that was the first certification that I actually wrote in cybersecurity because I found it really interesting. So coming from a quality assurance background with the uh ISO standard, is it 901 or so that we use, I just felt okay within information security space, what have they got? Okay. So I just went through. It wasn't tedious. I had I had to pay for a course, a short course, and I personally just studied it and all that. So it was just a personal thing. But uh, for me, I'm more of a mid. I love I I'm more of a like technical. I like the management side of things. Okay, and I'm just trying to find a balance between the two. So it's up to you if you really want to go down the technical route, which is really, really important because it's going to help you to do the management side of things better, do the CompTIA to as a start, the Security Plus, go for it all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Pat. Yeah, so I mean, like Pat said, it's about interest. So when I started, uh, to be honest, it's solely interest. So when I started as a network support engineer. I then moved into security. So I did my first certification was CCNA, Cisco. Obviously, that was the first one that I did. Then I did Security Plus. Then, then when I have a very solid understanding of security, which is starts from SOC, which is what we're doing. Everything starts from SOC, to be completely honest. Then I worked my way into governance. Then I did ISO 2701. I did lead implementer. I did CSIM. I did CISSP and some CH and some other ones as well. So it's all about, for me, it's about getting the foundation very right because that's where you are going to build your knowledge on. So it's important to get it right. So that's always my advice for people. If you learn um if you learn the rudiment of it, then you have a very solid foundation. And if you ever want to get into contracting, which is very good, then you'll be able to. For me, I have like 3 CVs. I have like SOC CV, I have governance CV, then I have like consultancy CV. So the reason why I'm able to do that is because I worked my way from the very beginning and do everything in security. So I could be thrown into anything. I'm not like, oh, I can only do governance. No, I can only do SOC. I can only do this. So that's my advice. But people have to look their individual strengths. But for me, I don't believe that there's nothing anything anybody cannot do. So if you put your mind to it, you can do it. So that was how I did it. So I try to do everything, including offensive, defensive, blue teaming, and everything in between. So wherever the contract comes from, I just took my CV, I just apply, and when I get it, I'll do the job. So my advice has always been to learn the basis of everything. So once you are very solid in the basis, you can do anything. So I would say if I were in your shoe, I would do CompTIA. That's me.
Okay.
I would CompTIA because that's the foundation of security.
Okay.
Then move my way up. That's how I will do it. But I didn't say you should do it that way, but that's what I would do.
Okay. All right. I have another question, but it's well, I might just ask it. It's based on the interview because we are gradually getting into the deep waters, and
Yes.
is gradually becoming a handful. With this one we've done these last 2 lectures now, it's like it's now a handful or a mouthful, and it takes time to digest it. So the thing is, and we're just beginning. On the interview, since it's SOC, I found out that I don't know, what do those one expect? How can you present yourself and prepare yourself for interviews? Because it looks like it might be a bit much. You have to know, you know.
So everything you need to know, try and run through everything. That's why we are uh following this approach. And when we get to the same tools, we're gonna be doing a lot of hands-on. So the idea is that you're going to have your own lab as well. So you can also practice things because security is like it's like hands-on job, like someone learning how to do mechanic. So the when you do most things by yourself, so you have a lab because even sometimes in an interview they will ask you that, do you have a lab at home? So one of the criteria is that you must have a lab at home because that's where you practice your skills, right? That's where you own your skills. So we're going to be getting to where we're going to be doing a lot of lab, but this theoretical stuff as well, they are as important as anything as well. So we need both. So to answer your question, yes, we're going to go through interview preps as well. However, interview is a skills that, we will try, but people need to also understand that is a skills that you need to also prepare yourself for interviews. And these are all the things that is going to prepare you for the interviews. All this, thing that Spark is doing, the knowledge, you reading. There's a lot of reading that we need to be doing, off the back of these sections as well. You go, you read about the topic, you digest more. There were things that in one of the scenarios that Pat was talking about, encryption, that they didn't encrypt it, whatever. So I expect people to ask questions. What is encryption? How does it work? Those are the things that people, when we go back and start to go through those things again, what type of encryption, what is, symmetric, asymmetric. So then people will start to read more and off the back of your reading, ask questions. So that is the idea. So put it in the charts. Anyone can say, okay, I'm reading about this. What is this? What does this mean? How does it apply? So there's a lot of reading that people need to do as well. Your part and I will give as much as we can, but they are never going to be enough. So we need people to also go and study more on those topics and come back and ask further questions and put questions on the chat. I know some people, maybe I can use this avenue. I know people do reach out to me personally, but I think it will be good to put whatever questions you have, put it in the chat so that everyone can also see it. Because I know I respond to people individually, but please, if you have any questions for me, just put it in the chat, then so that everyone can see the same questions as well. Then we all can participate in it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I think Said has it. Okay. What's the question?
Good evening, everyone. The question goes to James, please. It's about certification. I would like to know what's the difference between the ISC2 certification and the CompTIA, which is more recognizable. Let me, if that word is correct.
Yeah, it's correct. So I say I square it's new. So I mean the body is not new, but that introduction to cybersecurity is very new. So it's very new. I think it came out last year or so, or 2 years ago. I don't know, but it's very new. It's okay, but it's not as detailed as CompTIA. So there's nothing wrong in doing the two because that I square is free. So I don't see any, and that body is very popular as well because they have a very big exams called CSSP. So that one is just sort of an introduction into, obviously they want people to register for free and get their IDs, and whenever you are ready and you want to do the CSSP, obviously you have the account already set up. So I don't see any reason why not. And I think I need to say this, in cyber there's a lot of reading that is involved. So and most of things are also the same. So if you are preparing for CompTIA, you're also preparing for that ISS square. So because you see a lot of repetition in it. So there's no reason why you cannot do the two of them because one is free. Why not? If it's free, why not?
Yeah.
Because CompTIA you have to pay.
That's true.
Whereas that one is free. So but either one, when you are preparing for IS square, you are preparing for some of CompTIA, but CompTIA is more detailed. It's very detailed. it cover every aspect of security, at least at the entry level. So much detailed than IS Square. But I don't see any reason why you are preparing for CompTIA. You might even do the IS Square first, pass, knock that one out, then continue preparing for your CompTIA, and there's nothing wrong in that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that is everyone. Do we have anyone? No, no, we don't have any hand up anymore. So, yeah. Oh, Esther. Okay.
Good evening, Pat.
Good evening. How are
Good evening,
you?
James. I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for tonight's lecture. And yeah, I was just going to ask, I don't know if it has been answered before. Is there a way we can get like discounts for Security Plus exam from Blue Sky? I don't know if there's something like that if we want to
All
register.
right. Okay. So we don't we are not in partnership with them yet, but we are
Okay.
looking into it. Yeah, we are only in partnership with Scrum courses right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that one ordinarily you really £450 for the exam. So you get to pay, is it £200?
It's
If
like 233, I think.
yeah. So we are working on it. We'll see how it goes, but if we do get it, honestly, trust me, I'll be the first to give you a shout.
Okay.
Yeah, to let you know, yeah, because we are speaking with them. Maybe, I mean, there's no harm in trying. If we have potential people that want to sign up, so no harm in trying. Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
cheers. Okay, so that is us for the night, everyone. Thank you. I hope everyone is clear about their presentation, their 2 to 3 minutes presentation recording. I mean, like, I'm just going to say, be selfish for yourself. This one is individual presentation. So, sometimes you may want to watch it back yourself to check if you are making sense in the presentation, because it forms part of the things you would be saying there are things that you've done. And I think I want to put this out here for everyone. So let's start to prepare a 5 minute pitch. Like, you have an interview and they say, tell me about yourself. And you want to talk about yourself for 5 minutes, or maybe you start with 2 minutes or start with 3 minutes about who you are as a security analyst. You need to start practicing that now, not when the internship is over. So if you need help with that, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I love helping with that with that side of interview prep, because everybody's story is different. But you have to be able to tell your story in 5 minutes or in 3 minutes or in 2 minutes that captures the attention of the interviewer. So that is us for the night, everyone. Have a
Yeah,
good.
I'm sorry. The
Yeah.
presentation, is it a video presentation? 2 minutes
Yes,
video?
you have to record it. But please, you need to prepare your slides. So it's like you are sharing your screen and you are talking about what you've done. Your artifacts are there, your phishing email, your whatever. I did this is more of I have done this, I have done this. These are the things that I do on a daily basis, because that's the kind of thing. What is the life of a security analyst day to day? So yeah, if I think I watched a particular video recently on Skills for All. Yeah, they have something like that. Yeah, I'm just giving you expo. You can go there and watch what they say there. So it will also help you for interviews.
What do you say
You know,
skills for?
yeah, Skills for All. The link that James sent to us the other time.
Cisco Skills for All.
Cisco, yes, please. Yeah, there is a video there. A day-to-day life of a cyber security analyst, of a SOC analyst, especially. Yeah, that's it. Was that specific. So yeah. So okay, yeah. Babajide is saying, please feel free. You have your body and mentor here. Feel free to get in touch. Always happy to help. And please let our group, let it be buzzing with questions. You will be surprised that these things, you will never forget them. And thanks to Babajide that he put a question in there for us earlier this week. So let's,
Okay.
yeah.
So the software we use in recording this thing, you say Zoom can do it.
Yes, Zoom. Yeah, just open a normal Zoom for yourself.
Okay.
A normal Zoom for yourself is free, so you don't just record it and just capture, pick up the recording from your storage wherever it goes, maybe in your document file or something. But please don't record a 5 minutes video. Just do 2 to 3 minutes video.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can flip through your slides, and these are what I've done. I've done this, I've done this. Prepare your scripts based on what you've put on your slide, and that's it.
So Babajide is the mentor, is it?
Yes, yeah,
Thank you.
right.
And
Okay.
sorry, is that for this Saturday, right?
No, Monday.
Okay.
They
all
need
right.
to, yeah, they need to. I think they just said this evening that they need to send it in by is it Monday morning or Sunday night? I think he said Sunday night too. Yeah, so that you will
Sunday
have time
night,
to
send it Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Yeah, Sunday night. Okay, yeah. So send it Sunday night, and then you get your feedback. And I think from upper week Thursday, you will start to look at individual CVs. But I think most importantly, that profile summary. That's a 5 minute speech. I'm saying profile summary. You know, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you need to get that ready, and it's so that it reflects, it summarizes you, and it can evolve as well. So yeah, that's it, everyone. Any more questions? Right. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Good
Yeah.
night, James. Good night, Babajide. Good
Yeah,
night,
good night. Thank
everyone.
you, James. Thank
Good
you,
night.
Babajide. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.